You probably remember from arithmetic, and it's probably been a while, prime numbers. And very important to refresh your memory on prime numbers, to know them, and to be on the lookout for them on the test because it's actually a really big deal. And just to refresh your memory, what's a prime number? It's an integer, a whole number, in other words, a number that's not a fraction, not a decimal. It's a positive integer that can only be divided by two numbers without leaving a remainder. And the smallest one is 2. So 2, it's 1 times 2, and that's it. No other factor, no other number you can divide into 2. Let's see, what's the next prime? 3. 3 is 1 times 3, and that's it. How about 4? Well, 4, it's 1 times 4, but it's also 2 times 2. So 4 is not a prime number. And neither is 6 or 8 or 10 or any other even number. Why? Because it's divisible by 2. So first lesson, 2 is the only even prime number. It's the smallest one, and it's also the only even prime number. But how about 5? 5, yeah, 5 is 1 times 5. So we said 6 is out because it's even. 7, yep, 7 is 1 times 7. 8 is out. How about 9? Well, 9, it's 1 times 9, but it's also 3 times 3. So 9, not a prime number. 10 is out. 11 is prime. It's 1 times 11. 13 is prime. It's 1 times 13. And you wonder how many prime numbers are there? Well, there's an infinite number of prime numbers. The ones you should memorize for the test are really 2, 3, 5, 7. Definitely those. Also really good to know 11 and 13. You definitely want to know those. And these are worth a note card. Maybe on one side of the note card, what are the first 6 prime numbers? The other side of the note card lists those 6. Another good thing to know is the prime numbers that are less than 100. If you see a number that's less than 100 and you wonder, is it prime or is it not prime? If you're not sure, try dividing it by 3, by 5, and then by 7. If it's divisible by any of those numbers, well, then it's not prime. It has a factor other than the number itself. If it's not divisible by 3 or 5 or 7, then you know it's a prime number. Those are the only ones you have to check. Try to divide by 3, by 5, by 7. If it's a number less than 100, try dividing by 3, 5, and 7. If it's not divisible by any of those, it's definitely a prime number. And primes are such an important subject that we wanted to make this the first video on arithmetic. You want to get comfortable with this subject very, very soon. And you'll see in the upper right-hand corner 2 great practice questions, one from the official guide and one from the official guide quantitative review that both talk about prime numbers. Well worth your time to take a shot at those.